good late Monday morning to you, and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Won't take too long on a look at the forecast from the late morning hours as we head into midday. Really just want to take a quick look at the radar. To be honest with you, as the description to this video kind of describes, becoming a little bit more pessimistic about overall rain coverage for the area. I still do think we're going to see some rainfall, especially as you start to see the sunshine as you take a look at this visible satellite. By the way, today's forecast made possible by ServPro Monroe, West Monroe. Faster to any size disaster. Click servpro.com for more. You can see the cloud cover across the region as we have this big area of low pressure moving inland, and there are some gaps in those clouds, which I think give way to the opportunity for daytime heating to allow for some scattered storm development as we go through the afternoon. Again, I'm a little bit pessimistic, especially considering the rain that we've already seen today and some of the stronger banding of thunderstorms that we've seen along portions of the I-55 corridor. And to a certain degree, when you get these kind of bands or clusters of storms that develop in this type of setup, which is kind of common for this time of year, kind of a tropical, subtropical hybrid surge of moisture moving inland, there's a certain degree of when thunderstorms develop, instead of seeing just kind of this large, widespread shower activity, that those storms are almost kind of like, I'm going to take my ball and go home. And so they take all the moisture and just kind of run off with it. There will be the enough deep layered moisture to generate some rainfall as we go through the day, but it will probably be fairly scattered in nature. So far today, most of what we've seen has been rather far east. And well east of our area. Where we've seen the rain along the Mississippi Valley, it's been a little bit more light and persistent, more drizzly light rain. There have been some brief, heavier downpours at times across portions of Washington County, Greenville eastward, and then kind of right down the Mississippi River Valley. And then also still some spotty kind of late development in the late morning hours across portions of Madison and Tensall Parish. Again, this isn't much, but this is also a fairly deep fetch of moisture moving inland, so there's probably a lot of shallow drizzle and stuff to be had, at least during the morning hours. As we go into the afternoon and the air warms up a little bit, that will be less of a possibility. A check of the rain totals. Again, these are unofficial. Some of them are radar estimated, but most of the more measurable rain, obviously, along and east of the Mississippi River, along the I-55 corridor, especially south of Jackson. Some of that rain has been pretty heavy at times today, and then we had the earlier headaches this morning across southeastern Louisiana, kind of along the I-12 corridor. They had a few brief little spin-up tornadoes. Some of them were even radar confirmed. That's not expected to be an issue as we go through the rest of the day, and it's not expected to be an issue for us either. Check of the Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. And the problem I have with this, and kind of makes you squirm in your chair a smidge, is the fact that this Futurecast model output started with rain in our area, and it's kind of showing that rain will continue in our area. Well, the problem is we haven't seen a lot, so you can't really assume that it's just going to continue if you haven't seen it yet. But we're also hitting that magic noon to 2 p.m. time frame where daytime heating really allows for a lot of bubble-up activity. So again, I expect some additional development as the afternoon progresses, but it will be scattered. But that also gives way that if we do see these scattered storms, there could be some brief heavier downpours. So the rain totals will also be a little bit heftier in some locations. As we go into the day on Tuesday, again, the trough of low pressure washes out. It's not there anymore, but it leaves that kind of deeper envelope of moisture in place. And then we have a front approaching from the north. So we could maybe see a few scattered heat-driven storms through the daytime hours on Tuesday. And then the front moves through on Wednesday. And note, temperatures start falling, especially Wednesday afternoon, across southern Arkansas, western Mississippi. There's a lot of low 80s and 70s. And I think that really kind of spreads through the region through the rest of the day, Wednesday and into Thursday. I still think we're going to see highs in the 80s, but we're going to be back closer to normal for this time of year. So again, a nice little treat headed our way, getting to normal. What is normal for this time of year anyway? Overnight lows were in most spots were generally in the low end of the 70s to upper 60s. It's still kind of a soupy atmosphere out there, and that's also slowing the rate of warmth. There's quite a bit of cloud cover. Even with the gaps in the clouds, we're still in the upper 70s to low 80s in the southern parishes, where the cloud cover has been a little bit more persistent, where we've seen a little bit of rainfall along the Mississippi Valley. It's generally been the low to mid 70s. Still expecting highs to land in the low to mid 80s, but we've brought those rain chances down to about 40%. The southern parishes and counties, the rain chances are a smidge better. Winds will stay out of the southeast. Lows tonight, low 70s. Again, some lingering rain possible even well into the night. While a lot of this will be kind of heat-driven enhanced, it's not just solely relying on the heat of the daytime hours. So I would still expect to see some lingering rain, especially during the early part of the evening, but some overnight showers not out of the question as well. Look at the 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Outdoor Equipment. Again, daytime highs still in the upper 80s on Tuesday. We're still awaiting the front to pass through, and then we scour out the last of the rain and the moisture on Wednesday. It is a lower humidity day and more seasonal temperatures. Again, average high for this time of year is 83 at the Monroe Airport. The average low is about 58. And we're not close to that yet, but we'll get closer to that second half of this week. It'll be lower humidity values, a very comfortable second half of the week, and the upcoming weekend doesn't look bad as well. So that sets you up for midday. We'll keep an eye on the radar. If anything pops up or if the rain rates start to pick up in any area, I'll let you know about it. Of course, we'll have your fish and game forecast a little bit later on today, and we'll have a look at the forecast later this evening as well. But enjoy your lunch if that's where you're headed, and be safe on the roadways, especially in the Mississippi Valley where visibilities may be limited as well as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Thanks for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank, and you can always check the latest radar, latest forecast at digitalweatherdesk.com.